thought the story would end there, but I was wrong because the real unraveling hadn't even started. I got a call the next morning from a blocked number, same voice from security, but this time, he wasn't giving protocol, he was asking questions. Did anyone contact you after the deposition? Did anyone try to intercept your car? Did anyone follow you home? I told him no, but I asked why. His pause told me everything. We believe there may be a leak from inside the legal team. We believe there are people who don't want what you witnessed to ever reach the public. And we believe you're now on their radar. My heart dropped. It was one thing to be an observer in the room, but now I was part of the narrative. I wasn't just watching anymore. I was a threat to someone's version of the truth that day. I noticed strange things. My email account had 2 failed login attempts from unknown locations. My phone rang constantly from spoofed numbers. My front door had a smudge near the lock that wasn't there before. Maybe I was being paranoid, maybe not. And then something happened that confirmed it. A man approached me at the gas station. Midday, casual clothes, sunglasses. He looked like someone's uncle. Said he was a fan of my channel and asked about the deposition. I smiled, tried to brush it off, but then he said, I know what you saw and some stories are better left untold. He walked away before I could even react. Not threatening, not direct, but clear enough. A message the kind you don't report to police because technically nothing happened, but you know in your gut it wasn't random. I reached out to Justin's legal team and they denied sending anyone. They said they increased security around Blake and were taking similar measures for all witnesses, but they didn't explain why or how or who they suspected, and then they went silent completely. I was left in the dark again with only fragments and instincts, but I couldn't stay quiet because something had shifted, not just in the case, but in me. I had seen too much, and I had started asking the wrong questions, the dangerous ones, the ones people in PR offices and boardrooms don't want asked. I started digging more, not about Blake, not about Justin, but about the blacklisted creators. I found 3 others who received similar cease and desist threats, all vague, all aggressive, all from firms tied loosely to Blake's media team, and every single one of them said the same thing. We backed off because it got too scary, and that's when I realized this wasn't about a lawsuit anymore. This was about silencing any voice that wasn't curated, any opinion that wasn't approved. I was one of those voices now, and they knew it, so I decided to go public. I posted a vague tweet, just a teaser. They're trying to bury it. What I saw at the deposition is worse than you think. Within minutes, my DMs blew up, some supportive, some demanding answers, and some warning me to stop. One account in particular stood out, no name, just a string of numbers and a profile picture of static. They messaged me once, if you post the video, they will come after your family. I blocked it, instantly reported it, but it rattled me more than I wanted to admit. I had no video of the deposition, obviously, but I had notes from memory detailed enough to recreate everything that happened. I started writing part 1, the same story you heard. I filmed it late at night, one take, no script, just raw memory and fear and truth. Then came the decision. Do I post it? Do I take the risk of becoming the next target? Because let's be real, Hollywood doesn't take kindly to broken narratives. The moment you stop cooperating, you become a liability. But the truth had a weight in my chest heavier than the fear, so I posted it and I waited. Within hours, the video exploded. Comments, theories, debates. Messages from people claiming to be insiders. A few of them felt legit. One person sent me a screenshot of a private Slack channel from an agency I won't name. It showed a conversation about damage control and influencer management, and my username was mentioned. They were tracking me, not just me, my reach, my analytics, my influence. They were preparing responses in case I said too much too fast. And then another message came from someone claiming to be a former intern at one of the firms involved. They sent a PDF, a document labeled draft only internal use. It was a communication strategy memo detailing how to suppress social media narratives during high-profile litigation, and guess what it referenced? Blake's case specifically, and included instructions for issuing NDAs under the radar through shell companies. I verified the metadata. It checked out, and suddenly the list from the deposition, the blacklist, made sense. It wasn't just names, it was a playbook, a way to neutralize criticism before it started, and somehow I was now tangled in it. I shared the document with a legal contact who reviewed it and said, if this is real, it's bigger than PR, it's coordinated defamation, suppression, and possibly obstruction. But I still hadn't heard from Blake. No response, no denial, nothing, and that silence spoke volumes, because in a world where silence is strategy, choosing not to speak is sometimes the loudest move. Then something happened I still don't understand. 2 days after the video dropped, I got another message, this time from Justin himself. It was short, one sentence. You Did the right thing, and that was it. No follow-up, no context, just that one cryptic line, and it left me wondering, was this his plan all along? Did he know how far it would go? Did he use me to expose something he couldn't say publicly, or was he just another pawn like the rest of us, caught in a machine too big to fight alone? That's when I decided to make part 2, not because I wanted to, but because I had to. The story isn't just about a deposition or a scandal, it's about something deeper, something systemic. It's about how narratives are bought and sold, how silence is weaponized, and how the truth is just another tool in the PR war. And I promise you this, I'm not stopping now, because if they're willing to go this far to silence one voice, imagine how many others they've already buried. This isn't just about Blake anymore, or Justin or me, it's about all of us and the stories they don't want told. This is bigger than any one deposition or viral video. This is about power and manipulation, and how far some will go to rewrite reality. But no matter how many threats or locked doors or silent phones they throw in the way, I'm not done. I started something that can't be undone, and now that you know the truth, you're part of it too. You won't believe what just happened. We made the call, and Blake Lively's legal team actually answered. But what they told us, it doesn't add up, not even close. This is not just gossip. This is about being lied to directly by one of the most powerful teams in Hollywood. So buckle up, because this story, it's real, it's raw, and it's unraveling fast. Let's take you behind the scenes of the phone call that set social media on fire, and the shocking proof that Blake Lively's lawyers may not be telling the truth. To understand how we got here, we have to rewind. Blake Lively, star of Gossip Girl, fashion icon, America's sweetheart, a woman who's been almost scandal-proof for over a decade. But when she was cast in It Ends With Us opposite Justin Baldoni, things took a dark turn. What should have been a dream collaboration became a nightmare legal saga. In late 2024, Blake filed a lawsuit against Baldoni. Her accusations: harassment, character assassination, and a whispered Hollywood conspiracy to ruin her name. Baldoni clapped back with a $400 million countersuit. He claimed the allegations were false, damaging, and part of a personal vendetta. And then, Blake's legal team began sending out subpoenas, not just to producers, not just to co-stars,